Good morning, everybody. Those in Canada, I hope and I believe you enjoyed your long weekend, had a great time of rest. All right, for today's one verse, one truth, I would love to read from Psalm 90 and verse 17. It says, May the favor of the Lord our God rest on us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. It's an assurance when you and I surrender every work that we endeavor into God's hand, He surely helps us to see it come to pass. Now, this is where it goes on to how much do we rely on God? How much do we trust on God? How much are we ready to say, every time to God, God, this is what I'm going to do, and I want you with me in this. I want your perfect will, your guidance, your plan in this. When we do that, as Psalmist says, he takes control of that and he brings it to pass. And how beautifully it says, he establishes the work for us. That's an amazing promise and a great assurance that we can start things, we can get into work, we can take projects into our mind, into our heart, or go out to do something new, maybe in terms of ministry or your personal work, your family, whatever it may be. But it says God will surely bring it to establishment for us. And that happens when we commit everything into God's hand. Yes, we have a lot of knowledge. Yes, we have a lot of education, a lot of experience. We have our mental faculties are really in place and working perfectly fine. As a result, we may end up being self-reliant. The psalmist is actually encouraging us to trust God and surrender everything into God's hands. And when we do that, it gains lasting value. It gets God's assurance, it gets God's help, it's backed up with God's presence, and it's backed up with God's commitment. That's an amazing promise. I want to encourage you, my brother, my sister, as you see this day, why don't you trust and surrender everything to God? And whatever you're putting your hands on to, see God bring it to pass. Labor faithfully and trust God for his favor. God bless you. Have a great day.